It's back to the hole. The goal for today is to empty out the hole as much as I can while still keeping it stable. Because if I dig out too much, I don't want that big concrete pier to drip down. If it does fall, we just put up another little post. But we're just gonna dig. We're just gonna do a bunch of digging. And then the goal is that this weekend I will order the concrete so that we can get this thing shored up. Woo! I was making a belt, so I've been doing that, but let's get in the hole. We have dug more of a hole. It's hard to see, but it goes all the way back. Actually, can I crawl in there? I've got to try crawling in there. Forward? I feel like I got to go backwards. If I go forwards, my hair's going to get... Okay. Is it Emmerich sized? Oh, I got dirt in my shoe. It's like slightly smaller than me. This is all I got. I'm going to have to... I got dirt in my pocket. Anyways, we have to... There's some fun stuff we found. Found that cat skull. There's so many tiles and literal trash in here. I don't know why that's the case. It is what it is. I guess they had a whole bunch of extra tiles and they just kind of threw them to get rid of them. Their own little private landfill. So, these guys still holding strong. This should be fine without a support. I may want to put one in there just for fun, depending on how long it takes for me to get the concrete in. What I have to do now is, before the rain comes next, whenever that is, I've got to get at least the formwork in here, because this should be fine. I mean, I'm going to figure out where the rain is coming from in this current situation. It rained today and no water came in. I mean, a whole bunch of water has come in over time, but we'll see what happens there. But I don't want this wall to collapse in as the water kind of starts to move. So I need to get some sort of formworking started, because once the formworking's in there, then we can start getting some concrete. Gonna start with a pad on the ground because we need to have a separation. I mean, I could just do a plastic sheet. What we don't want is we don't want the soil to soak up the moisture of the concrete so that the mix changes and then basically just becomes super brittle, becomes really brittle, and then it just kind of flakes away, shales off. We'll need some sort of moisture barrier, but I might put down just some wood there and then a piece of wood up against here. Maybe I'll filter in that piece that I had before, because now I can go pretty far back. Yeah. Let me see if I can find some wood I'll find some wood to stick in there. Probably not on camera, just because it's going to be a lot of trial and error. Just to kind of make a barricade for the soil so that it doesn't try and get in. But it's good. It's decently flat in there. The soil's nice and strong. Here is where I've got a lot. It's actually interesting. I've got a lot of root structure here. Not a lot of root structure here. There's no tree, I don't believe, on the other side of this. There's a little garden, but it shouldn't be going down this far. But that would just go to show that there's been a lot of water activity in this area as opposed to that area. I think that's how that works. Don't quote me on that. Roots go to water, and if there's no roots, I'm assuming less water? Anywho, yeah, I was chopping through some decently big ones, but like down here is all kind of sandy, and this is all rooty. So I'm going to track down some of the offcuts that I've got from like chipboard. Yeah, it's going to dissolve once it gets wet, but once it's formed in and once there's concrete, it'll dissolve in the soil and get eaten up by the ground. So yeah, let's find some wood to shove in there. Oh, I'll do some B-roll just to like see in there because it's hard to see. Let me show you that. That's the hole back there. There is also some weird stuff here, like. So there's the stairs. I don't know what this is. Like, it's something kind of interesting, but yeah, it kind of goes all the way back there. I went until I hit something solid. I know it's not super solid at the bottom, but up there it's a whole bunch of stone and whatnot. Don't. Can you focus down? Yeah, back there it's a little stony. So, yeah, dirt in the basement. We did a bunch of stuff. We learned a bunch of stuff. We did a bunch of stuff. Some of those things that we learned are nice. Some are not nice. first nice thing, there's a little chunk of wall down here. It's all granite, which is cool. Super hard, super tough. Great little foundation material, a granite foundation, which means there's a decent chance that the actual foundation wall is not cement block, but granite block, which is cool. Because like trying to smash it open, we're getting that kind of sporkle. So that's not concrete. Thing that's not so great, I was trying to screw into this just to test fit the panels for the formwork. I was just going to hang them from here just to see if it would work. All of this is fully rotten out with termite damage. Some of it is actually just rot, like wet rot. Would make sense. This is where the water's been coming in. The nice thing is, yes, it's holding some stuff up, but this beam stops before it hits anything. So what I should do is I should basically put another beam beside it. And I got to figure out whether or not I want to pour the concrete first and then shove a beam in there, or really makes the most sense, jack it up, shove a beam in there, then pour the concrete right after, so that the beam is basically sitting on a block of concrete. But I got this thing in here, this guy, after jimmying with it forever. It's pretty good size. Yes, it's not as tall as I would like it to be, but the back end I'm not too worried. Probably fit some sheet back there as a vapor barrier and then just call it. I really just want this face here to be a little bit controlled, because if concrete spools out that way, fine, that's extra strength, whatever. But if it spools out this way, I can't get in my basement. That's pretty good. I got a little block down here. You can't see it, but right there's a block just kind of holding it back. I took the panels off because I want to wait for some more rain and just see what back here does, because now that entire back end has been dug out. It seems okay. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Next steps, I think I could just like order the concrete and just go for it. Next steps is figure out what I want to do with this. See if I kind of want to keep it in place until I replace it. Like what I would do is see what would happen if I jack up those joists. I don't know if it's worth it. I know it's dipping. I can tell that the ceiling is like, this is the low point in the building. But like how far back? There's a piece back there that I'd love to fit into. But like, how do I do it? Happy Great World would mean the rot stops like there. That would be perfect. I would put another 2x6 on the side, span the distance, cut this piece out. That's going to be sketchy. So I gotta figure out what's actually supporting what here, because yeah, this can take some weight now. Like there can be some force coming down on that. I just gotta figure it out. So, but we're at the point where I can order concrete bags from wherever. I've got a quote from a concrete company. I might just do big box, because it's nothing crazy. Like I'm not holding up a house. Literally, I'm just holding up some other concrete. The house is standing without this. We will make that determination. We will figure out what we are doing, order some concrete, do a little bit of joist repair, and then be good. Which we might be able to do. Don't want to put it right above my head, but maybe we run it 4 inches or 2 inches off of the bad board. We run it all the way into the stair. Like I dig into the stair and see if I can find the footing in the stair, and then run all the way to the concrete on the other side. Could work. And we put it up there, and then I sort of like push it in place. Like we could jack it into place so that it's doing a little bit of support. Oh, figure it out. I'm gonna chat with my dad, see what his thoughts are. But this is a weird thing. You gotta kind of like be here and see what's going on. I also found the bottom of the I don't know if you can see it right there. Oh, you just barely can't see it. Right there. That is the bottom of my fence outside. It's unsupported. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that they didn't put a footing on the fence? Why would they do that? They haven't put a footing anywhere else. But that fence was not original, so it was the owners that did all the other stuff. Anyways, we'll figure this out. Concrete, joist, pour, profit? No, just not have water coming in. That's it. Next step, we're gonna be doing stuff. Woo!
So the concrete arrived. I'll show you. I'll show you what the funny problem is. There's 2 of them. I have a lot of concrete now.
For some reason, I have 2 orders of it. So that's fun. We're going to figure that out. I am going to move in some wood for a little set build project I'm doing. But I'm going to leave it outside. Who knows if they're going to pick up the second order that I didn't order. Maybe we're going to have another 2,000 pounds of concrete to play with. Hopefully not. But I'm going to move this wood in and just get it out of the rain. And 2 extra 2x4s. There we go. I have another order of that sitting outside for some reason. All of this stuff is going to be for this set piece that I'm making. Concrete's going to sit outside. I think they've wrapped it enough. I put some more house wrap over it. And yeah, we'll see if they want it back. I hope so. Lovely how straight wood is when you order it like from the yard versus from the big box store. It's going to balance itself out. I mean, there's some crazy knotting in this, but it's straight, which is nice. Rebar down here is for reinforcing and connecting the new concrete. Now we get this done. And then we can pour concrete, or at least start to mix it, and do the concrete stuff. Look at this. Okay, this is wonderful. Let me put my shoes on. It's been raining very hard outside. The darkness. Light. There we go. We are getting a little bit of water coming in. Yes, drippity drip. I'm getting this splashing, which is fine. What I'm not getting is like a big torrent of water. This is all there from before, and I had to clear out a path because there was water up there that was just pooling. So it's no longer pooling again. Basically, there's just like that one little dot there where it keeps dripping. But like that was a river before, right? Like that's a flow down into there. I'm not getting that, even with all this crazy rain. So it's sort of like, what is happening? Concrete is here. We're fixing it soon. Fixing it soon. I had a thought. We are just about ready to start concreting. I gotta bring bags down. I gotta do all that stuff. Light. I know it's blinding. Right here, this is that like little wall, which is granite. And I was like, okay, great. That means I think the foundation is a granite foundation. You don't need this right now. And then I went, okay, but why is all this concrete? But, you hear that? It's hollow. So I went, do you think that they just tried to clean it up for no reason? So I went a little slap happy, and I started chipping away at the concrete, and lo and behold, let's do this. Lo and behold, block foundation wall, it's fine. All of this is it's not doing anything. It's just there. It's hiding, like maybe there's a problem somewhere, but it's like right here. This block here, there is a crack line. So something might have been happening there, but like all of this, like I don't know what's going on because they just scrimmed, like I started digging right here as well. Here, let me dig. We can learn this together. I was literally just taking, where did my shit go? Be right back. I was literally just sledgehammer screwdriver sticking it in the wall, right? Like, so that's all hollow. And like, yeah, scary to chip away at a foundation, but it's like a ½ inch of concrete that's not holding anything. And I'd rather know what the hell is going on in here and if I actually need to do structural repairs. These people. And the nice thing about doing this now, sorry for the laser beam, if I'm going to be concreting, I want to know if I need to do other concrete work while I'm doing this. I am kind of hoping I find like a big hole, so at least I can be like, they did something. But I've got a hunch I'm not going to find it. So this right here, that's like a weird discolorated thing. So I kind of want to figure out what that is from. But again, it might be surface. But I won't know unless I get in there. Do you know what it could have been? Could have been that there's a couple blocks here, this one and that one, that they needed to replace. And then they just wanted to cover it over so that you couldn't see what was replaced. Is this a bad idea? Who's to say? But at least like I know what's going on. And it goes like that. Probably there. Oh, that's hollow. So let's take that out. Looks fine to me. That's good to know. Getting some more space back in here. now that we're in here, we can see problems that may be showing up. For example, this crack here is actually not a good crack to see, but it follows along this line. So there's a crack that comes down here, it goes over this way, down and around. And I bet you, if I take off the, that it follows the block, which makes sense, right? I was worried that this was a concrete wall and that was a crack all the way through the concrete, which technically it is, but it's in the block. So we could like score it and put some like rebar in there or something and reseal it. This is good to know. Why did they do this? Why did they do this? Why would they, I mean, I know why they did this. I know because it's easier to sell when it looks all pretty and clean. Anyways, well, that's a piece of information. Yeah, so like this is what I'm peeling off. It's not doing anything. Now I'm worried about the concrete pad, because if it's pushing against this wall now, we'll get the concrete in here, we'll shore up that side over there, and then we will continue on our lives. Interesting. It even looks better with the block. Anyways, we'll get back to it. So we're still trying to figure out why we have 2 pallets of concrete. They said they canceled the first order, but now I have 2. We're still figuring it out, but this pallet is the one that I know I should have. So I have to take this and bring it somewhere down here. It's, I think, 1,300 kilograms of concrete, which is what? I don't know, 2,500, 3,000 pounds of concrete in bags. So I can bring each bag at one bag at a time. But it's got to come down here so that we can mix it down here. I've got a faucet with water, mix it down here, and then we'll just shovel it in. I could mix it upstairs so it don't have to go as far, but like, I think I'd rather be right here, scooping away, and just kind of doing, bag after bag after bag. So we need to start by making our own little pallet, lifting this up, because down here isn't the driest. Water still comes in. So we need to make a little spot, probably in the corner where all the books are. I don't know why I still have them. I'll go through the books. And then just start stacking concrete, a little time lapse. All right. It's gonna be a lot of work. Oh, me. Concrete's heavy, 3,600 pounds. All right, that's going downstairs. I'm gonna get some groceries first, and then everything, which is now inside. So I'm back on this, down the basement. Oh. Man, oh man. Concrete is heavy, and the stairs make it hard. I'm gonna take a break, not because I should, but because it's like midnight, and I'll do this tomorrow. But the pallet made it down, which I really didn't think about that, but it worked, so I don't have to think about it. And that stack is gonna grow, and that's where the concrete's gonna live. I'll have extra, but that's okay. And if I need it outside, I'll have to bring it all the way back up the stairs. But let's get some sleep. We'll finish this tomorrow. I changed my hat, so you know time has passed. Let's keep moving concrete. There's a lot. 3,600 pounds of concrete down a stair with an opening that's 2 feet by 4 feet, maybe lower. I'm sweating. All right, so it's down here, which is great. And now we're gonna let the dust settle a little bit. Next step, prepping formwork. Vapor barriers, cutting holes for the rebar, which is upstairs, cutting the rebar. Half the hard bit's done. Mixing it's gonna suck, but I think I'm probably gonna mix it bag by bag and just do like 1 bag at a time. Mix it, pour it, mix it, pour it. Hoo-wee! This is down here. Now we can do that set build thing, because I forced myself to do this by putting all the concrete on a piece that I needed for the set build. Motivation. All right, I'm gonna shower, maybe get some food. On to the next thing.